Hello, I'm Peter Underwood and this is one of a series of videos about Shire living schemes across Staffordshire, Shropshire and Telford and Wrekin. We're looking at the places, at the people who live there and the people who work there. Cannock, sitting beside the toll motorway as well as the A5 and with the M6 just minutes away, is certainly well connected. It's one of those curious areas where attractive countryside and heavy industry have long shared the place. Once a royal hunting forest, there were coal miners here 1,000 years ago, and thanks to the Industrial Revolution, by 1914 the Cannock Chase coalfield was producing 7 million tonnes a year. Lee Hall Colliery opened in 1960 and was the biggest of its type in Europe, but the coalfield was dead less than a decade after the bitter miners' strike of the 1980s. Now it's a town of service and warehousing industries as well as a popular residential area with apartments in the same road as the Chasewood Shire living scheme fetching up to £250,000. The landscape of the Chase, which starts less than a mile away, is constantly changing. Once a royal forest, then a busy area for mining and quarrying and a site for military training camps during both World Wars, it remains a wonderful open space of trees and heathland. Chasewood's 63 apartments were completed in 2015, costing around £8 million as part of a £12 million community hub called the Longford Centre, built on the site of an old care home on Longford Road, which also houses Woodland View respite care for people with learning disabilities and community facilities. The Stepping Stones restaurant is open to residents and the public, and the Alderwood Medical Practice is operating, but the planned pharmacy never materialised and the small community hub wasn't the success that it was hoped, and its space has been absorbed into Chasewood, giving the residents there, of course, even more space. Chasewood is pretty active and the Shire Living representative, Sharon Hamnett, buzzes around the building in her wheelchair, clearly proud of her home, although determined to point out any areas where access is difficult, such as the laundry. There's a hairdresser on site doing lots of business, and the residents run a very successful shop.
So it's been a shop in Chasewood since the beginning, really.
Yeah.
But in the last 12 months, more residents have got involved, and we now sell more things than we used to due to demand.
Yeah.
And obviously, the more the residents buy, the more we're able to buy, to sell. They can come in with ideas of things.
A lot of the older people can't get it.
Yeah, a lot of people, they get the shopping brought in for them.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice to come in and get a bar of chocolate or a bag of sweets or it's just something different. Cheese and crackers, we sell cheese.
As well as the residents' lounge, there are rooms for crafts, computing and other activities, as well as the usual laundry room and smaller breakout spaces around the two light wells that provide a focus for the corridors on each floor. The 48 two-bed and 15 one-bed apartments are popular with the residents and provide the usual Shire living facilities such as wet rooms, open plan kitchens and lounge with either a full or Juliet balcony and 1 or 2 bedrooms. I spoke to several residents during our tour. Has it been a good place for you?
Yeah.
Because it provides the things you need.
Yeah.
And what is it what's really good about the place?
I get well,
It's a nice place to be?
Oh yes, yeah.
And the apartments are
Oh, the
comfortable?
apartments are marvellous. Yeah.
And do you think the company's not bad?
It's not bad, no.
And they're an excellent team of staff, they are. and you know you can go to them anytime, can't you? And they'll listen.
Colleen, how long have you been here?
8.5 years.
So you're right from the start person then, yeah. And has it changed?
Yes, not for the better either.
In what way?
They're bringing older people in.
I think it's a happy place.
Mm.
When you come through the door, you're welcomed.
Yeah,
And when we've been away, we come in and have you had a nice time? Welcome back.
yeah.
It's important. We have the, the residents, we socialise, and it really is lovely. No
Great.
regrets.
Yeah. She's been doing all the talking.
Oh, yes, you do. Never interrupt when wife's talking.
No, we're all well trained.
No, but it's
Do
very
you
friendly.
feel? Yeah.
There's no backbiting, I haven't found.
No.
It's beautiful. It's fantastic. And the security is at this world.
Yeah. And that's important to you.
Yeah.
What do you get out of this place? I mean, is it?
Security, convenience, and if there's always somebody there if you need people to help you, there's always somebody there to help you. So you feel safe.
Sharon told me more about Chasewood and her life here.
I've had quite a few falls
Yeah.
due to my cerebral palsy. I have been in the past a lot more mobile than I am now,
Yeah.
but the fall that broke the camel's back, if you like, and I fell and thought, my sister said, I think it's time for you to move somewhere that there was background support,
Yeah.
like such as Chasewood and Choices and all the other schemes. But this was the one that was nearest to where we did live.
Yeah.
So that's where we ended up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we are happy.
You get out and about a fair bit, looking at
Yes,
some of your
I
Facebook
do.
posts.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. It's Cannock. And John and I went to the retail park.
Yeah.
But we tried to get out as much as we can. I'm not at home. I am a home bird, but I do like to get out
Yeah.
instead of being stuck in the same place all the time.
Yeah. And that's one of the joys of places like this, isn't it?
Yes.
You're not trapped in any way, really.
No. But like I say, I still think that it could be made more accessible to
Yeah.
take the laundry. And again, these refuge.
As somebody in a wheelchair, though, that's important, isn't it?
Oh yes.
And if this is going to be a place that offers you independent
And
living,
if you are someone that's in a wheelchair and as mobile as I am
yeah,
with it,
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to do that.
Christina Bailey is manager at Chasewood, and she approaches everything with a sort of knowing good humour. It seems a happy sort of place.
Generally, I think so. Yeah. It's a nice community.
So, why is it a happy place?
They work well as a community, so they're very interactive. My tenants like their activities that are on. They do tend to like the same kinds of things, so that helps to work. And I have a really nice customer service team, I think. They've been very consistent. I don't have a lot of turnover, so tenants have been very used to the same members of staff to ask for advice or help from. I think it helps. I think continuity helps, definitely.
And I get a lot of compliments about your team and the staff here. There's nobody ever hesitates when I say what are the staff like, unless they're taking the mick, of course.
There is a lot of banter here, I have to say.
But they also have things that they don't like because nowhere's perfect.
No.
I'm talking to Sharon, and I'm sure she's spoken to you many times about being able to get in and out of the washing facilities, laundry, and the refuse being too high to get big, all that sort of things. I mean, those are, in a way, they're everyday complaints.
They're important.
They are important to people, aren't they?
Yes, they are, yeah.
But how do you deal with that?
Sometimes things are not communicated very well. For example, I'm not aware of an issue with the bins. Some things are difficult to deal with because they come in the design of the building. But if we can, then we will do something about it. I think it's also about recognising that everybody's an individual, so they have individual difficulties. So as a team, if we can assist or support that individual in a different way, then that's important for us to do, definitely.
Who's in charge, you or the tenants?
I like to think it's a co-op.
I'm sorry,
no, I mean, the aim is for there to be a meeting in the middle, isn't there? So that, no one is in charge. I'm a custodian, aren't I? I'm here to take care of tenants' well-being, but also of business related. The buildings are expensive, but they're also an asset, aren't they? So they need to be looked after.
They're big, complicated buildings as well.
They are very complicated buildings, definitely.
Does it feel like part of Cannock? I mean, because you're a bit in the suburbs here, aren't you?
Does it feel part of Cannock? That's an interesting question. Getting more to feel like part of Cannock. So now that we're able to open our doors a bit more, then Cannock comes in a bit more. During the pandemic years, that was much more difficult to feel part of Cannock.
Yeah, much the same at Stafford as well.
I should imagine
just slowly coming back now. But okay, you actually enjoy doing the job.
I've been doing it for a long time, so I must enjoy doing the job.
I'm not sure that's a responsive answer.
I do. My husband would say it probably comes before him. So, I do enjoy my job. I do enjoy making a difference. But every job comes with its moments where you think, oh, is this really what I want to do? But no, Chasewood is my second home, really. So.
One thing that inspires me in a way about Wrekin, certainly Shire living, is the commitment and enthusiasm of people like you, because that must take a lot out of you at times when you get a rough day.
Yeah.
Sometimes
unrealistic expectations, and I don't mean just from one particular group, across the board. It could be your colleagues, it could be your managers, it could be your tenants. Sometimes unrealistic expectations can weigh quite heavy, because it will look like you're not doing what someone wants you or needs you to do, when actually it's because it's an unrealistic expectation. But that's the same in whatever you do, isn't it? That's not just here.
That's sort of life.
Yes, it is. Yeah, because you can't do this kind of job if you didn't want to do your best for everybody. So the service manager's role is very much in the middle of the group and the tenant.
Yeah. You do really sit there at the fulcrum, if you like, between the two. I don't think you do a bad job, if what that's worth.